Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of April 26, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, just take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else to hear. Also, be sure to check out your other placements, your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said now, let's begin. I also want to remind you, Scorpio, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. The tarot card of the week reading is intended to be a message to you from source, something that they want you to go within and consider so you can make a decision that is best for you and your life at this time. With all of that said, now we can begin. Tapping into the Scorpio collective now for Scorpio Sun, Moon, my moon babies, as well as Rising and Venus. What is the tarot card of the week here for the Scorpio collective? What is our tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Tarot card of the week, the King of Swords. What situation in your life is calling for you to have logic and clarity? At the bottom of the deck, Six of Wands. Are you ready to be recognized for all of your efforts and achievements? Okay. Why is the King of Swords the tarot card of the week here for the Scorpio collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What situation in your life is calling you to have logic and clarity? Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. We have the King of Swords. When does that happen? King of Swords clarifies the King of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles, that is the truth, and the Devil. Ooh. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands. Let's begin to clarify this message. King of Swords. Need to be logical about something, clear about something, not fogged in, not confused, not in a state of delusion or paranoia. No fear, no anxiety here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The King of Swords is being clarified by the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Six of Swords. I see you desiring or wanting to take action in a particular direction. Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, these are both cards of movement. I want to move in this direction. You're making this decision, or you should be making this decision, very clearly from a very grounded position. It's interesting. Swords are masculine, and pentacles are feminine energy. So even though we have two kings here, it's like you need to be uniquely balanced. Your feminine and masculine energy within you needs to be balanced in order to move forward. Let's see what you're moving forward. It looks like this Ace of Pentacles, but let's see what this is all about. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Pentacles, clarified by Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. You can't be reckless about this. Bottom of the deck, Strength card. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles, obviously different for all of you because it's a collective general reading. This is the end goal. Just call it, I'm going to call it the end goal. This is what you're desiring. This opportunity, this offer, this position, this job, this romantic partner, whatever it is for you. This, I'm going to just call it the goal. This is the goal. Source is saying you need to be very logical about this. You need to be very clear-minded about this. You need to be very strategic about this. If you come in and try to attempt to acquire or build that Ace of Pentacles for yourself, and you're doing it, hate to say this, in a half-assed way, you're not planning, you're not strategizing, you're coming in or you're coming towards this with a lack mentality and that Five of Pentacles, you're irrational, illogical, inconsistent, and the Knight of Wands, you will not yield the result here that you want. You have to want that Ace of Pentacles enough that you are clear-minded, right? King of Swords, clear-minded, logical, clear. You have a path. You have a plan. You are diligently moving forward from a decisive place, not from a place that is erratic or inconsistent, or I want the Ace of Pentacles, but internally to me, I feel like I'm not worthy of it or deserving of it or qualified for it. So you have a potential here to really sabotage this Ace of Pentacles if you're not smart about it. The Devil. Tell me why the Devil is here. Tell me why the Devil is here. Devil's in the details, I just heard. Devil's in the details. Make sure you get all the details about something. Like if you're applying for a job, get all the details. You're applying for a loan, get all the details. What are the terms? What are the conditions? You're engaging in a romantic partnership with someone. Have some difficult conversations. What type of relationship are they looking for? What do they want in the future? Do they want kids? Do they not want kids? You know, the devil is in the details. We're going to take that. I was told to take that. Page of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Seven of Cups, bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, if you don't get all the details, if you're not absolute about this, if you're not clear, if you don't have a strategy, if you're not coming at this from a very grounded, balanced, evenly yoked, masculine and feminine energies within you, and you're very like decisive and strategic, if you don't do that, I don't feel like you get the outcome here that you want. You're looking for the Ten of Pentacles. You want long-term success. That's what the Ace of Pentacles brings to you. The potential to have long-term financial abundance, long-term emotional contentment, you know, long-term sustainable results. But that will require on your part long-term sustainable effort. And you'll only be able to have that if you create a strategic plan. If you go in towards this flaky, half-assed, not believing it's yours, lack mentality, I think it falls apart on you. If you take it as a joke, it falls apart on you. You need to take this very seriously. That's where your Six of Wands, your victory comes in. Six of Wands, Four of Wands, Justice. This is yours. I think I said that in your reading. I think in your angel reading. I was like, this is yours. Like, it's energetically yours. And it is. But you could fail at something that is energetically yours because you don't take it seriously. You know, the job of your dreams could be being put on this platter for you. But if you walk by and knock the platter out of, you know, God's hands, the universe's hands, yeah, it was there waiting for you, but you just made a mockery of it and you didn't take it seriously. So victory, success, karmic justice, it's yours. But it all depends on how serious you're going to be when you decide to move towards this Ace of Pentacles. So this week, if you know what the Ace of Pentacles is to you or for you, this is a week that you need to start taking it seriously. You need to start showing up for the job you want, not the job you have. You need to start showing up for the life you want, not the life you have. You need to start showing up for the relationship you want, not the relationship you have. You have to show up for the version of you in the future that you'll become when you have that Ace of Pentacles. You have to start walking the talk from now. Bottom of the deck, Tower. Time to do it. The time is now. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. 10 of Wands. 5 of Swords. Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. The process of acquiring the Ace of Pentacles could be very easy for you if you are logical. This is your victory, right? The Ace of Swords is victory. It's a breakthrough, but it is clarity. And you have to be absolutely clear on this. Acquiring that Ace of Pentacles could be a lot more difficult, a lot more contentious, and possibly never even materialize for you if you're not serious. The 5 of Swords is conflict, tension, loss, defeat. The 10 of Wands is a burden. It's something that is very difficult. So how easy or how quickly, even your ability to attain that Ace of Pentacles will all depend on how clear-minded you are and how strict you are with yourself with adhering to whatever the plan here is. And look, this doesn't have to be anything really big and grand. This could be like a weight loss program. You can't just say, I'm going to lose weight. I want to start eating better. And then every time you turn around, you're shoving marshmallow peeps into your mouth. God, I love those little boogers. I really do. But you need to be clear-minded. Shoving marshmallow peeps in my mouth every time I turn around will not get me to that Ace of Pentacles, will not give me the waistline that I want. So again, I don't know what this is for you, but it's a lot more difficult and a lot more challenging to get a slimmer waistline if you start eating less marshmallow peeps. Really love those sons of bitches. I don't want to make light of this because this seems to be very serious for you. But what I'm trying to get across to you is that it is achievable. and attainable as long as you take it seriously. If you don't, there's a potential loss here, or you could just make it increasingly difficult for you to achieve the goal that you want. That is what I have for you, Scorpio, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out your other placements. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.